number 5. Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. I'm Sammy Grayson, here with me, our Triforce of Doom and Red Nova.
Hello.
And it's time for more Final Fantasy XIV, where, Papa Limo's fucking dead.
Yep. Rest in peace, Papa Limo. He had to make that sacrifice.
Also Ilbert, who it turns out was the Griffin the whole time.
Yep.
Fuck that
Got
guy.
away with his grand scheme all along.
You are correct. Fuck that guy.
Shit. Yep.
Alright, level 60, Louisoix's finest student. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. Thancred is right. Must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all this. Pray make your way there at once. I'll send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm only like 11,000 away from a level up.
Yeah. What are we at right now?
65.
Oh yeah, you'll surpass what you need for Stormblood in no time.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the Rising Stones.
Well, I guess literally like one quest clear and I've leveled up.
Yep. Swear to God, every time I'm here, I think that little Lalafell in armor is a player character.
Hashtag armored potato.
Hashtag armored potato.
Oh, hello, mysterious man.
Where are you going?
Keep mixing. I was mixing up my internal compass. There is what was happening.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we got a cutscene ahead of us.
I swear, every time I enter Mordona, I get turned around somehow.
Fair. I feel the same way about Annex Shrine.
word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Oh, Gasetsu. Gasetsu is a wonderful character.
And I'm guessing this is where the samurai class would be fully introduced at some point.
This was their teaser for it, yeah. Why am I at East Shroud? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Oof.
Will it be the Hawthorne hut we need to teleport to?
No. I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, mistaken teleport.
Yep. I looked up his voice actor. Name is apparently Nigel Betts.
Yeah, that's not a name I recognize. That's not a name I recognize, so I might have just heard him in another role once or twice.
Possibly. I looked it up. Outside of Doctor Who, there wasn't anything in particular I would have recognized him from.
What character in Doctor Who?
The character's name was Mr. Armitage.
God, don't remember the name, but it could just be one of those one-off episode characters that is just deep in the recesses of my memory.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's also hello to everyone's favorite crazy-ass uncle in this game.
Yeah, let's see. Other than quests, I believe all that stands between us and Stormblood is a single solo duty.
Also, the way that guy arrived just was like, I can totally see him showing up at that being how you start up one of the sub-stories in Like a Dragon Ishin.
Absolutely. See, by my calculations, this should hopefully be the grand finale to Heavensward. Anyway, cutscene.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartano since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word? As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Blast it all.
Yeah, this is not how I thought Nero would come back into play.
Yeah. It's something. And judging from what I heard, he's at the solo duty.
Yep.
Well, that was a rather unexpected development, one of which raises a number of questions, not the least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. And just gonna take care of this now. Boop. Alright. Level 60 quest, the Greater Obeisance.
You've got to be shitting me. That quest got me to less than like right around 300 XP away.
Well, good news. This next one will level you up.
Mm-hmm.
Jed and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way, not due to lag too far behind. Let us be off. Bing, 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 bing.
All right, the Aetheryte's right there.
Keep forgetting there is an Aetheryte spot here in the tavern. It's just on the bottom level.
That's something I should do once the session is done, actually, is go and see what achievement points I can redeem.
And you probably got plenty of them.
Yep.
Hello, Sid. Harris, Alphino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... yeah, well, here they are now. And cutscene.
Yeah, but with those two on him, he would not be able to pull anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there, Red Baron. That's a smile on his face. Squash these guys.
And away we go.
Off to Mordona.
Not quite.
Well, that was the main quest thing there.
It says, speak with Hida at the airship landing in Gridania.
Yeah, and that teleports you to...
Oh. Right, because I'm behind. Hello. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? God, imagine accidentally teleporting to Mordona first. Just to have to go all the way back and then take the airship. Bing, bing.
Ah.
You turned around again?
More like I flew higher than I thought.
Ah. Yes, just all of a sudden you crash through the roof of the Rising Stones.
Yeah, just Dragonhead pops in from the roof. Hello.
Okay. There you are. Hello, Nero. And cutscene.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Me. Doesn't quite go with the length, though. Any Who's-Its? I take it you're already in the next cutscene?
I literally just got the quest complete.
Ah. Alright.
And there's the level up.
Woo!
Chain stratagem unlocked.
Holy
Hold
shit.
on, what is that? What does that action do?
Let's see. I think it ups crit rate.
Where do I double? What? I forget where you check that. Hold on. Oh, it's P is the hotkey.
Yep. Action and traits should be under actions.
Yeah. Increases rate at which target takes critical hits by 10%. Oh, so it's like a debuff crit rate thing. Neat.
Ah. That was right.
That'll be useful.
It will.
What could I replace on my hotbar? Yeah, I barely use deployment tactics. We're putting that there.
Speed battle.
Alright. Level 60 quest. Fly free, my pretty.
Reminiscing of Goku and Vegeta.
Now, where was that? Ah! I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
For all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Oh, that's a sick sword.
Yep. Fight, fight, fight!
No holding back.
Your defense is nothing.
Here we go.
Oh, damn it.
What?
What? Oh.
What was the What was the damage about?
I was hoping my battle litany would extend to the NPCs.
Ah. Yeah, no, I've learned with these duties I basically have to go for single target spells when it comes to healing allies.
Thank you, Gosetsu. Holy shit, that got the guy outside the arena. What the fuck?
How does that work?
I don't know. but it was cool.
You watching, Pabalimo?
All right, time for the AoE. Ah, the old Tenka.
Heal up my allies, heal up my allies. Hi, can we not aggro me? Oh, and there's the allies. Oh, shit.
And cutscene. Bing, bing, bing.
Somebody's about to have some magic take fun at the Empire's expense.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Hello there. Have you met my friend Cannon?
No retreat. No surrender.
Girl's just like, hey, that's cheating!
Let's see. And boop.
Of course, there's a goddamn boss fight here.
I love the Warrior of Light's absolute grin of audacity when the badge tech shows up.
Just the shit-eating grin.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, I'm healer, but...
Yep.
That's
Oh yeah,
only...
pro tip for that one. West button and north buttons on where they show up are my personal favorites for using that.
Oh, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
That still only counts as one.
Your defense is lacking.
Boop. Hi, you look almost dead. Let's fix that.
F.
Leave this to me.
Oh, that's
look,
a Colossus. That's cute.
Yep.
This one will sting.
Goodbye.
This is satisfying as hell.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Alright. Never shoot giants. I just one-shot that one, which, that felt good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hi.
Now that he's outnumbered, completely and utterly.
Oh, more of them.
swear to God, I keep seeing him use tank. I keep seeing Gosetsu use Tenka, but I don't think I've seen a Madare out of him.
And there goes the Reaper.
Yep. And most of the enemies.
I already stayed your ground. Come back now. Please?
Please.
Look upon us, samurai of Dama.
Da-da-da-da.
Well, I'm surprised all the can shots I was doing, you survived that long.
And cutscene.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing? What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose. Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalymo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
God damn.
Yep.
That sounds like you were about done watching the two beasts from FF5 duke it out.
Yeah, I'm past that particular part. Let me know when you're out of the cutscene.
Right, so I forget, what exactly were those tattoos about?
They were Mark of Archons.
Yep.
Meaning?
Special Charlian scholars. And hers faded.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yep.
Shadow, you make adorable snore noises.
Alright.
Hi, Sid.
Hi, Sid. Not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. To Gridania, yes. Oh, we're so close.
Yep. You are very close.
Beam, 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 beam.
All right.
One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. Makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon.
Use those real fast.
One person. All right. Hello, Alphino. Yes, last quest. Level 60, the far edge of fate.
Yep, that's the last quest, all right.
All right.
Bing, bing, bing. Loading. To the Lotus Stand.
Yep.
Hunter's Guild. And cutscene. Or not. I expected that to immediately take us to a cutscene.
I was expecting it to as well.
Alright. Hello, everybody. There we go. Now cutscene.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Allag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Sharlayan. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know.
Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Yay! End credits.
Yep. You were just starting the end credits. I am about to finish now. Get hell. And that's considered the fact there's no A through Z crap to go through, like from Realm Reborn. Thank God.
Thank God.
Oh.
Ugh. Rest in peace, Stephen Critchlow.
Huh?
Count Edmund's voice actor, he passed away a year or so ago.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, indeed.
Yep. So, what'd you think of Heavensward?
Yeah, I see why people love this expansion.
That's good. Because now we're about to get to the one that people don't like so much.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Personally, I love it.
Yeah, I like it a lot better than other people do.
Yeah. It's admittedly, it's... Well, people say it's the story. I think it's primarily a couple of the characters, despite the fact that they're major characters. And I'm sad to say, Lise is kind of one of them that's pretty divisive.
Yeah. Which I don't get, because
Me neither.
Yeah.
With one, they're not going to be too divisive until we get to the post stuff. And the other one... Oh boy.
I don't think who that is.
Mr. Fight Boner.
Oh, yeah. Him. Which, funny enough, Stormblood also has probably what is considered to be universally probably everyone's most hated character as well.
Yeah. But on the flip side, it has a ton of fun as fuck fights.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Finally out of
this.
the fucking credits. Jesus Christ. It's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Hey, Vegeta, are we there yet?
Shut up, Nappa.
Thank God the credits have a speed up feature.
Yeah. And quest complete.
And there's Minfilia with the Warriors of Darkness.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta think for that, because that fucking one part of it with the image Durgan in the background of decimating people.
Durgan.
Nidhogg. Yeah. That stays on there for quite a while. Oh, I love Rob on Steam.
It is apparently Goro Majima's birthday. Cool.
One glorious thing actually that I was reminded of, because I haven't actually played these games dubbed at all, because the first chunk of them were sub only. Yep. Thanks to Yakuza 7, Ganondorf and Majima share a VA.
Really?
Yeah, Matt Mercer's both of them.
Oh, Matt Mercer. Okay.
Yeah, because Matt Mercer is the current dub voice for Majima.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was reminded of it because someone did one of those same voice actor tweet things.
Ah.
Which I got wondered what that was like for Matt Mercer getting cast as Majima, given that his very first dub VA was Mark Hamill.
I'm just curious what his Majima is like. It never actually got that far.
I'd have to play Yakuza 7's dub to tell ya. The only character I've really heard the dub voice of, thanks to some meme clips, is Ichiban himself.
Yep. Kaiji Tang.
Yep.
AKA Yasuhiro Hagakure. AKA Afro Thunder.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Fight Boner.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I forget if they got Kiryu's old VA back for 7 or not.
I don't know. One thing I do remember learning is that Ichiban and
Which okay, just making sure you're getting names right. Which character are you thinking of story-wise here?
Kiryu's quote-unquote brother.
Oh, Kiryu's Kyodai. Yeah. What about them?
They share Japanese VAs apparently.
Ah, neat. Yeah, I'd have to replay Kiwami or Zero to double check that one.
Yeah.
Which I do want to do Let's Plays of the Yakuza games at some point. It's just a matter of getting around to it.
Me too.
Crimson Hue. It's Dawn of Liberation, Gathering Storm of Blood.
Yay, we don't have to go back to Ishgard.
Yep.
I really did not mind that town.
I do.
Yeah, there'll be a much better city-state in Stormblood, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh,
So, out of curiosity, was Worm Rises a song for the scene where where Omega and the Summon are fighting?
I don't know.
Or Worm's Tail or something like that? Because it's obvious that Primal was designed like a... It's clear that Primal was designed like a worm type of dragon.
I will tell you this. That song is for the fight against that dragon.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it was in that scene, but it is for that dragon.
Yep.
Because yeah, with Feeder Rhythm, they put that song like right after the Alexander songs.
Yeah, that checks out.
And then the two song choices right after it, one of the boss enemies was obviously a character I have not gotten to yet, so...
Yep. Yeah, those two we're not getting to until post-game. Or post-Stormblood. Might be the same patch, though. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. "5 minutes of fate." And that's it. We're done with Heavensward.
Yay!
Thank you all so much for joining us. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we'll see you guys next time for Stormblood.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.